Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's video presentation, I'm going to be presenting the fifth part of the article series that I've been working on and uploading to YouTube. I would encourage you to watch parts 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, in addition to watching this part. Each part connects to the previous part. I believe that as you do so, you'll be able to identify with me. I'm going to be creating parts 6, 7, and 8 in the next several days, and would encourage you to also watch those as I create and upload them to YouTube. As you listen to part 5 being read and questions come to mind, please send those questions to me. All questions are good questions. In the event that you'd like to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Please do so through the comment section here on YouTube or through the contact information page that I've set up on Second Chance to Live at secondchance.org. I'll put my glasses back on and read part 5. Thank you again for being here. You're an important part of my process and my journey, and I'm always glad to hear from you. Here's the article, Living with a Brain Injury and Being Misunderstood, Maligned, and Manipulated, Part 5. I had to and continue to have to grieve the reality that there are individuals who hold professional degrees who access, diagnose, and treat individuals who are living with brain injuries as though they are familiar with every aspect of the human brain. I had to and continue to have to grieve that there are people who work in positions to empower individuals living with brain injuries, yet practically minimize, marginalize, dismiss, and discount people who are living with brain injuries. I had to and continue to have to grieve that there are people who choose to malign individuals who are living with brain injuries in order to justify, defend, and explain away their ignorance and denial. In my experience, I had to do the necessary work to be able to move on with my life. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work to begin to be able to differentiate between my reality and the expectations inherent within the denial system or systems of the people who could not or cannot accept my reality. In my experience, I had to do the necessary work to grieve my losses before I begin to use my time and energy in ways that would work to empower rather than to hinder my life. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work before I could begin or I could move beyond the confines of the box that denial set for me. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work to stop shaming myself for not being more than I am. And this too is a process. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work before I could start being an actor in my life instead of being a reactor to what happened in my life. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work to move beyond my losses before I could channel my time and energy into using my gifts, talents, and abilities in ways that would work for me. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work before I was able to begin to trust the process of loving God or myself. In my experience, I had to do the necessary grief work before I could begin to realize that everything that has occurred in my life after I sustained my brain injury at the age of 10 in 1967 has been meant for my good and not for my harm. This is the end of part 5 of the video presentation of the article. Again, I want to thank you for being here. I would love to hear from you, so please send your comments and questions to me. I'll say so long for now, but before I do, please let me encourage you as I need to encourage myself. Please do not give up on your process of loving God or yourself, because more will be revealed to you in time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day and God bless you. So long now.